This is the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief, keeping you informed about the happenings in Annapolis and the area. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and of course, local weather. The Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Friday, June 14th, 2019. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Gregory Quick, 34 of the 200 block of Tilden Way in Edgewater, was arrested yesterday morning after the Maryland State Police developed evidence supporting charges of the distribution and possession of child pornography. Quick has been charged with 4 counts of distribution and 7 counts of possession. Back in May of 19, investigators from the Maryland State Police began an online investigation involving the possession of child pornography. Their investigation led to the identification of Quick and his residence in Anne Arundel County. At about 5:45 yesterday morning, the police served a search warrant at his residence. While serving the warrant, a preliminary review of Quick's electronic devices revealed the presence of child pornography. The devices were seized and will be analyzed with a full forensic download. He was arrested without incident and was released later yesterday morning on his own recognizance. A little bit of an update on Jarod Ramos, who is charged with killing 5 people in the Capital Gazette newsroom on June 28, 2018. The state's attorney's office is asking to have his tax records released for them to review. Of course, his defense is arguing that. And experts do say that the tax records could demonstrate the defendant's mental state in the years leading up to the events of June 28th. State's Attorney's Office has asked the Circuit Court Judge Ripken to order the Comptroller for Maryland, Peter Francho, to produce all the tax records from 2003 to present. Ripken will rule on this request on June 25th during a day-long hearing where they are going to hopefully hash out all of the other outstanding motions and issues of contention. Hey, if you're like me and like most Americans, every now and then we like to take great pleasure in cracking open a cold, frosty beer. Well, beer does contribute an awful lot to the economy. A new report commissioned by the Beer Institute and National Beer Wholesalers Association lays out the details. In Anne Arundel County, the beer industry generated 242 jobs and total wages amounting to $11,459,000. The total economic output in the area was $30,324,000. Just to give you a little bit of a scope, nationwide, the beer industry contributed $328.4 billion with a B dollars in economic output, and that's roughly the same amount as the GDP for all of Denmark. Beer also generated 2.19 million jobs in the country, while production and sales created $58.6 billion, again with a B, in tax revenue. That does not include any service personnel, waiters, waitresses, bartenders, etc. So beer is big business here in Maryland, that's for sure. Hey, if you've ever wanted to see Hamilton, you might be able to score a ticket for $10 at their upcoming run in Baltimore. Strangely enough, the show has not sold out. In fact, there are tickets available for every show. In fact, there are hundreds of tickets available for every show. While the Hippodromas want to explain how that is happening, what they are doing is partnering with Broadway Across America to host a digital lottery offering 40 tickets priced at $10 apiece for every performance in the 32-show run, which starts on June 25th. Currently, if you're looking to buy tickets, the cheapest available is $130 per seat, and the most expensive is $1,207. Now, the lottery is going to open at 11 a.m. 2 days before each performance date and will close at 9 a.m. 1 day before the performance. Winners will be notified at 11 a.m. the day prior to the show, and you can register at hamiltonmusical.com/lottery, or you can go to the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store and download the official Hamilton app. Good luck with that. Well, that does wrap it up for the news today. Please make sure you're checking out eyeonannapolis.net throughout the day because we do update it throughout the day. We never know what's coming down the pike. If you're someplace where you can leave us a recommendation or a review, please do that. That would be much appreciated. It is Friday. We do have a list of our choices of things to do this weekend, and as always, there is plenty to do in the area. And of course, we have George Young with your local DMV weather forecast, and he is coming up after this brief message from our friends at the Conduit Street podcast, Kevin and Michael. And if you haven't listened to that podcast, do give it a listen, because if you're not listening to it, you're missing out.
Hi, this is Kevin Canale,
Michael Sanderson,
the host of the Maryland Association of Counties official podcast, the Conduit Street podcast.
We like to talk Maryland policy and Maryland politics. That's what we're all about.
Why counties? Well, look at the stuff we do. Education, public safety, environment, taxes, all the areas that people care about. Counties care about that too.
So our podcast is for counties, but it's also for anyone out there who's interested in talking about public policy.
Absolutely. We did a whole episode on Uber and Airbnb and new disruptive technologies.
Right. We've been covering school funding debate probably in more depth than anybody else out there. We've talked about President Trump's tax reform, redistricting lawsuits, cleaning up the Chesapeake Bay, all that kind of stuff. It's part of our beat. Why do we call it Conduit Street? Well, that's where we are. That's who we are. You Annapolitans on this podcast, you know it as that street right over there by Chicken Ruth's. Now, that's an Annapolis institution. We want to be too. That's our headquarters, and it's sort of our brand.
You can listen to the Conduit Street podcast wherever you get your podcasts. Catch us on Fridays and get a roundup of policy and politics from right here in Annapolis and around Maryland.
Going out? You need the most up-to-date local weather. Here's George Young from DMV Weather in Annapolis with today's forecast.
This is George with DMV Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Friday, June 14th. After yesterday's clouds and rain, and even a little sunshine mixed in the afternoon at times, today will be a bright and sunny but very breezy day with highs in the 74 to 81 degree range, with winds gusting to 25 to 30 miles per hour at times. Then comes the weekend, and it'll be another good one with a sunny and warm day on Saturday, with highs 81 to 88, followed by even warmer temps on Father's Day Sunday with highs 85 to 92, though it'll come with a slight chance of afternoon and evening thunderstorms across the Anne Arundel County region. But the overall storm risk is small on Sunday, so keep those Father's Day plans intact and plan on having a great day. And we'll keep you up to date on our app and social media channels if anything changes. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DMV Weather. Make it a great weekend out there celebrating the end of the school year, Father's Day, and whatever else you can throw into the mix. And be sure to get our free app on all of your devices by searching for DC MDVA Weather in the Apple or Google app stores. And also follow us on Facebook and Twitter and on our website at dmvweather.com so you can always stay weather informed.
There is a diamond of diamonds. It's from De Beers. Only 14 diamond tears in the world can touch them. Its name, Forevermark. And Zachary's is the only jeweler in the Annapolis area that has it. Not only is it beautiful and rare, it has a story, supporting women in diamond-producing areas around the world. So when you give a Forevermark diamond, you don't just give, you give back. Zachary's and Forevermark, a jeweler and a jewel. Online at zacharysjewelers.com.
Every weekend, there's something exciting going on in the Annapolis area. Be sure to visit eyeonannapolis.net to sign up for a newsletter highlighting all the weekend events. Here are our top picks for this weekend.
Friday.
Thank God it's
Welcome to the weekend. Let's get it kicked off tonight at City Dock in Annapolis. It is City Dock Tango. And tango classes are going to be held at 7 p.m. And immediately following that, it'll be a milonga, which will continue from 8 p.m. well into the evening at Annapolis City Dock. This is a free event sponsored by the Art and Public Places Commission. It is an open-air event that happens every second Friday through September. If you've ever been curious about the tango, head on down to City Dock and watch or participate as you feel the need. If tango isn't your thing tonight, head on over to the Annapolis Towne Center because their Friday night concert is going to feature Weird Science, the great 80s party band, guaranteed to be fun. Bring your family, bring your pets, some lawn chairs, and get the first weekend of summer for the school kids started in fashion. Looking ahead to tomorrow at Caliente Grill from 11 to 1 p.m. It's not really a fun thing, but it's a very useful thing if you're looking for a house either to buy or possibly sell your house. It is a real estate fair for buyers and sellers. It's going to be presented by Luisa Reyes Real Estate. Again, it goes from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Caliente Grill, which is at 907 Bay Ridge Road in Annapolis. And here you can learn all about new and exciting opportunities available for both buyers and sellers. They'll have prizes, they'll have question and answer sessions, experts, everything you need to know about buying or selling a house. So if you're in the market, head on down to Caliente. The bonus is that you get to eat some of that great Caliente food. Once you're done with that, head on over to the Navy Marine Corps Memorial Stadium. On Saturday, it is the Pints for Paws Home Brewing and Craft Beer Festival. This is in its 5th year. It goes from 2 p.m. till 6 p.m. Again, at the Navy Marine Corps Memorial Stadium. You can get tickets at Eventbrite. Tickets are $35 a piece, $10 for designated driver, Kids with a paying adult are free, and of course, leashed puppies are always free. And they don't have to be puppies. They can be middle-aged and old dogs too. This does benefit the SPCA of Anne Arundel County, and your ticket does include samples from close to 40 home brews, local craft breweries. It'll include a commemorative pint glass. You'll have entertainment. There'll be food trucks, canine-related vendors, silent auction, and much, much more. The local breweries that will be featured will include Crooked Crab Brewing, Calvert Brewing, Colt Classic, Chesapeake Real Ale Brewery, and Mully's. And if you want to hang out with your pup a little bit more, do it in Quiet Waters Park on Sunday from 10 to 2 p.m. It is the rescheduled Walk for the Animals by the SPCA. This is one of their larger fundraisers of the year. You get to walk through the park with your furry friend, enjoy vendors, food trucks. They'll have a canine demonstration from the Annapolis Police Department, agility trials, and much more. The cost to do this is nothing. It is a free event, and of course the SPCA will have their camper bus there, and you can adopt a pet right on site. This is always a fun event, even if you don't have an animal. Free to get into Quiet Waters Park. It is rescheduled. A lot of fun. We'll see you there on Sunday. Finally, as we wrap up our weekend picks of things to do, you also want to make sure you check out our Saturday release of our Legacy Business series. We've been doing these for about 8 weeks now, and we highlight local businesses that have been around for a long time. We learn about how they were born, how they got where they are today, and what's in the future for them. Coming up this weekend, my absolute favorite place for brunch on the weekend, or actually brunch any day of the week, Main and Market. We sat down and talked with Evie Turner, who is the vice president, and we learned all about my favorite brunch spot here in Annapolis. Alrighty, that does it for the weekend. Please make sure whatever you decide to do, you do it safely, because we want to see you here on Monday. And other than that, make it a great one.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis. And also tell them about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. This podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 7 a.m., keeping you informed with the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. And take a moment to listen to our other podcast, The Maryland Crabs, released every Thursday at noon.